The current state in anime, what is anime, and why Nonz couldn't make it as a whole. Everybody wonder, why is Nonz now, getting noticed? Why is Nonz now getting animated? Why is Nonz now getting tons of appraisal? Why anime is for a mental condition, and why Nonz could work as a whole, because anime was for a mental condition. It's not the fact that Nonz could work, it's the fact that anime could work at its time. Anime was primitive, anime was stupid, anime was literally fucking the reason why this whole country fucking fell. This whole misconception of Dragon Ball Z and why we had to make all animes less than Dragon Ball Z is the same reason why literally we couldn't keep up the intensity, why we couldn't hold on to Naruto. Literally, here's the thing, Dragon Ball Z made people go crazy, and each and every year they made an anime that was a little less, and you didn't get the hint that literally you had to improvise with your own life. And then you relied on this platform, literally, for a fucking living, and then you got destroyed. Literally, you may have these political to the anime community like Swag Kage, Anime Balls D, Clyde the Otaku, Clyde the Weeaboo. You forget that this shit revolves around cartoons. When you run out of money by buying too much fucking merchandise and shit, you basically end up doing the same thing in a video game, which contradicts the whole reason why you changed for the community. This is why anime can make it as a whole. Naruto is too misleading as an anime. It's not too misleading in terms of life. If you follow the life lessons, it's too misleading in terms of energy. A lot of people take that emotion you get in Naruto and crumble it. It's a badass, brave, this is the real world. Literally, the whole world revolves around literally fucking making fun of stuffed animals instead of actually praising stuffed animals and cherishing stuffed animals. And where am I getting at? When you get older, you deal with this thing called a doll. A doll is something that's possessed for your grandma and your abusive girlfriend. A doll is something that literally I pull out when I'm about to fight Jay-Z. Jay-Z was a special ed when he was younger. He is definitely, very open and admirable about being in special ed and about how he's a part of the special ed community, about how being a rapper is a part of the special ed community, and how literally fucking special ed is part of the music industry as a whole. There's also going to be a character in Nonz called Beyonce based off Jay-Z's Beyonce, which was supposed to be Iroku Furuyaka's fiance in literally the original Nonz manga back when Zofio attacked. This is the topic of this video, why Nonz was originally for a mental condition. Yeah, so originally it was Beyonce as Beyonce, and it was E40 as Iroku Furuyaka. There's a society that was too judgmental and fucked up that said, why are you making a rapper connection with anime? No matter how much work I put into, literally, no matter how much I literally practice on it being Japanese, literally, you don't care because it revolves around E40. I put in the work, literally, I go to a group on my color call lessons home, but then I reference E40 on a comic book, and then I blow up and become a big rapper, but I reference E40, which is in my fucking comic book, then I talk to E40, which is in my comic book, who's referenced in my fucking comic book, and you guys still treat me like a nerd, you still treat me like a square. I'm like, hold up, I just did an entire interview with E40, and that's why this world didn't work, because people are too jealous, and people are too stupid. This world is too primitive. Humans are too jealous of each other. There's too many humans in a room, they gotta start arguing. Look at fucking Funimation. Literally, it took so long to get my fucking anime because of how much you guys don't cooperate, how much you guys argue over stupid shit, or how much you hold on to being scared and cowardly. People weren't wrong without understanding. They were saying that I was too good of a connection, saying that I had too much cake, and eat it too. Literally, after they really dealt all that pain to me in high school. So this is the original storyline Nonz. This is a heavy spoiler. I'm spoiling the original storyline Nonz all the way to the ending of Nonz times 2, all the way to Nonz times 2 where we have Vitamin. So Vitamin, if you don't know, is the Toby of the manga today. It's where we're at. It's where Robert used to talk about literally the Naruto manga when we were going to school, back when we were going to school. The reason why I'm ruining it is because the original ending was for the one with a mental condition. Anime, is not, for a mental condition or a regular fan, or, a regular person in general. Anime is specifically, just for entertainment. It's known as entertainment as an intellectual property. What do you do? All you do is rape all day. Cartoon or not, this shit is known for some shit with quality. Blame me for a cartoon all you want to. You all know that's why Everybody Loves Raymond is on the air. Literally, it's not about a cartoon or not. Ernest's style is entertaining. Literally, whether it's fake, whether it's the most extreme, whether it's Facts of the Discovery Channel, it's anything interesting. Literally, and that's why you guys make fun of me. A movie like Two Brothers saying that movie has no substance. No, it has no oomph and no emphasis. That's a movie without gang members' influence and shit. Literally, that's when you're growing up and you literally, oh, it's so cute. Literally, one brother, literally, that was a tiger, literally got shot and got captured and put in a circus, and the the other tiger got shot, it was literally put in the gladiator ring. Literally, that shit is so funny, isn't it? That's a beautiful story, right? A great concept, but guess what? It had no dialogue. And one of those tigers ended up in a mansion. That's plain, but if you add some oomph and add some emphasis to it and add a whole lot more fucking shit going on, once you get to a gang member, you have a fucking class A movie, which is the criticism they gave me in society. Go look at the movie Two Brothers. It's no oomph, no emphasis, but it's a good story. We're good plot. You have to do more with it. That's Eris in junior high. That's Eris for high school. Eris doesn't have the tools and literally make it pizzazz, this and that. But when he has something with a good base like Nonz, or other people can put pizzazz in, literally, you fuck up the world and stop it before you start spazzing. So, the original timeline goes like this. Nonz literally ends off with a big out arc. After the big out arc is Zofio. And after Zofio, in the middle of the war, after Zofio is about to get defeated, they literally enter a spiritual world called Imagashi. And by Delulu. Delulu created Imagashi in the beginning of the prelogue of Nonz, but extracting, the imaginary friends from Gabaya's head and stole everyone else's imaginary friends and put them all in the spiritual world, and he called it Imagashi. After Imagashi's Tournament Saga, when Tito fights Toad Kai and Kafani ends up fighting with Yura and Yura 2. After the Tournament Saga is the Seabot Saga, and then after the Seabot Saga is the Boomer Retriever arc. It's not actually called the Boomer Retriever arc, but it's based off, the Sasuke, Retriever arc, the Sasuke Survivor arc. So, after the Boomer incident happens, we have to fit, Skills Can in there, and that's the whole point of this video. This whole, video is a breakdown, so, and sophomore year is when deviant art started fading away, and, junior year when I was in high school is when me and Stephanie used deviant art the most, and both when we had class in 2D animation, you were able to look up anything like codename kids like Snore Graffiti. Oh, it's there. Literally fucking, Adventures of Billy Mandy Graffiti is there. Graffiti is very fucking specific, and you know how to look up art. Literally, it's hard to find, artwork with graffiti. So, literally, you being able to look up something like that, that means you are top tier deviant art. I got took over by gang members and meeting and stupid people in the anime community talking about talk videos and shit. After the first Nonz, I did a little bit of improvisation, and based on the first Sly Cooper, Gabaya gets, a photo in a newspaper saying that, everybody, Bayaki is under attack, and everybody in Nonz is separated. Bennett is separated, fucking Tito is separated, Kido is separated, and they all go to separate regions, all become separate leaders of the world. Kind of like One Piece, and then, literally, what ends up happening is this. So, literally, Kazik ends up being captured by Masson after trying to capture Masson in the original Nonz, and he ends up being handcuffed. And so Gabaya, after having to find Tito and everybody in the separate areas, literally fucking, go make a rescue mission to save Nonz. The original concept of Nonz Times 2 was literally how we got to express the original character, how we all got to shine, like, Kaimaru got to shine, Tito got to fight Kaimaru, how everybody had their original fucking, character movesets, Ink, Yura, Boomer, everybody, like, Nanette, they all have fucking unique movesets for Gade. Everybody was in the war, everybody was doing their own thing. This actually put emphasis on, the individual storyline and how showing, characters are supposed to progress. And what ends up happening is we end up visiting Tito's hood, we end up visiting Bella's hood, we end up, fucking visiting Motor Hero's hood. And so it was basically literally a top tier anime with structures. And Motor Hero's arc was the Seabart's arc, was based off the Android saga of Dragon Ball Z. And since he's a smartest character, it's definitely paying attention to her showing formula. But the catch story to that, it was at a time when the world was not Pacific King. Literally, I used to live in a world where it didn't matter how creative Nonz was. Literally, just like the era, it doesn't matter if I'm rapping with all these people online, all these people like Abby, just like me. It's at the time where I just graduated high school and I'm getting no pussy. I'm not getting pussy for 4 years and I'm trying wearing fit after fit every single fucking day. That's some cringe for you. That's the world we lived in before. Literally, Gabaya didn't mean shit because I wasn't getting pussy. And literally, we lived in a world of crock understanding where we could blame Gabaya, literally, for not being creative. Oh, we're still creative at night, but that's due to your autism and you staying at home all day. Literally, go make some friends. Literally, Gabaya wasn't doing shit. Gabaya was just a piece of paper for not doing shit for me. They told me to go make some money. Stop fucking around paper. Literally, crumb that shit up and actually make some real fucking money. That's how they used to treat me. That's the reason why he didn't make it out alive and why we had to change this world and why we have multiple harems and curse the elephant statue. Literally. They weren't accepting of the world before. Literally, they weren't, accepting of some formula. That's a good thing. That's for a good thing. Because look what happened to all those deviant artists, those people for fucking follow the anime community. They ended up dying. Like, look what happened to fucking Boomer. Look what happened to all those people who did go to school for graphic design, who I ended up killing, who I killed. Literally, look at all this shit. I had to become a real gangster. I had to use a gun when I was originally a nice person. I had an idea that made me a career. Gabaya and Nonz, literally, the arrow and like jealous people forced me, literally, fucking to be alone, like literally to be a strategy. You didn't upload my battle. You didn't promote promote me for shit, so I had to get all these fucking subs to get all this fucking, you know, professional help. But now, look, it all panned out. Now I get to make knuckles. Now, literally, fucking, I get to literally go back and forth, really, across the seas. I get to have my own rap career. I get to do anything the fuck I want. All because I didn't play fair, literally. I just fucked up 3 Mexicans on the freeway. Like, I was a guy growing up doing Manga and shit. That shit does fucking infuriate me, Morgan. That shit does fucking infuriate me. You know, everybody else, like, Lily, who was wondering, that shit infuriates me, Lily. Fucking, oh, Earth Lily fucking got hit by a fucking car and shit, Lily. And got jumped by 3 people with clocks and sticks, Lily. Well, he's a grown-ass man who already owned a hip-hop company where he's already above that lifestyle and shit. Now he's finally living like his older brother, Lily. Yeah, I made you make that comparison. So what ended up happening is they were spoiled on YouTube and shit. You know, your older brother says he'll fight pit bull for you. I had to, like, literally teach these kids, yo, you're not going through shit. You're twice as spoiled as I was, just like that, Lily. Your brother really tried to fight a pit bull. I'm the one who actually got hit by a car. Sorry, I made them go to that comparison. I made one video about how you tried to fight pit bull before, and then I made a year later, Lily, tell you why I got hit by a car, so you run away from death. Oh, you just made a comparison. No, I made you feel it, so you won't just say it's this, and that. Like a popular girl watching guys fighting over each other, but not getting into a single fight herself. So what ended up happening was, you know, I took over the world and I got my own shit, and literally I destroyed them in their own game, and it was really sucked because I shouldn't have to beat your own game. I shouldn't have had to manhandle you or actually work with you. Literally, I should have actually, you know, fucking, you know, made a good solution. You guys were not cooperating, so, you know, aside from that, the original, you know, thing, you know, this is still gonna be the same ending, you know, this is based off the Pain saga. So Doom, the final villain of Nonz, is based off Pain. Doom and Pain are connected, so, you know, it's just like Naruto. So Doom is Pain and Tupac, and, you know, Gabaya is literally fucking his alternate. So literally, so it ends up Gabaya and Nonz comes to have to learn this thing called Team Fusion. We originally had Team Fusion at the end of the original Nonz with Goblin Z, well, you know, because he has to fusion with Organa in all the top 5s of the Federation. Yeah, it definitely, you know, defeat, you know, Goblin Z. So Goblin Z gets defeated by Team Fusion literally in Nonz 1, and then there's a little bit more detail, like Boomer and Gabari and they're stranded on the island in Nonz 1. So it's still a top tier fucking anime, and at the end of Nonz times 2, literally fucking Gabaya has to learn Team Fusion in order to fucking beat Doom, based off where Naruto had to learn Sage Mode in order to beat Pain. Literally, fucking, he does gain the Sage Mode transformation on Sunny, but ends up happening is the fusion has a time limit, just like they have a time limit in Dragon Ball Z. So all the main, you know, characters of Nonz, like, you know, Beta, Modi, Hero, fucking, you know, Gabaya and Tito, they all have the fusion and they all create one character shit, but it has, you know, fucking a limit. So after Sage Mode doesn't work, they try fusion, and literally fucking, so at the end of Doom, like, Doom recognizes that they're separated, and so no more Team Fusion, literally. So just like no more Sage Jutsu. Yes, Nonz had the perfect ending, but that was back when I was on Arrow, back when I had mental condition, back when I was getting no bitches in sight. So guess what, Lily? You forced it, Lily, because you, Lily, I have to tell you this shit because I have to sit down with you like a fucking monkey and have you repeat everything like a fucking parrot. Is why you're not cooperating, is why you're not fucking responding, is why you're not appreciative of anything. I have to shove shit down your throat like you're a child that doesn't want to eat his vegetables. Lily, I offer you fucking candy and you still fucking reject it. Like, no, too much candy, too much macaroni and cheese. And so after the Team Fusion doesn't work, we go back to the original concept of Nonz. Now that we don't have a power up anymore, now we're relying on the power of teamwork. Lily, what originally made Nonz Dutsu. So that was the perfect beautiful ending of Nonz. But guess what? You did accept this war. You put me in the air row. Lily, you stopped me from going to community college. Stop it right there. I am willing to use this thing called a service machine where we can go back in time, where we can do the day with construction people, Lily, worked on college minds. Lily, when I was trying to apply to school, I got to a good conversation with this one Asian bitch, and then they took out college. Sorry, people are that jealous. We're that much of a meatbag to society. You can look it up at everything, Lily. Fucking how much, Lily, a guy, look at the fucking body temperatures of Lily. One guy and one girl in a fucking room together. And now, Lily, just count the average fucking numbers that are in business. And we want those fucking monkeys to cooperate. No wonder we have COVID. No wonder we have fucking, you know, all these specific people staying inside. Lily, people are fucking toxic and shit. You don't understand, Lily. That body heat and literally more than 10 people in the room, like more than 2 people in the room, and these people are literally fucking made to disagree with each other. Literally, we forget to recover the fucking wild and shit. These expect these monkeys to actually fucking cooperate. No, that's why America fucking fell. Literally. Primitive species always gorilling girls, always use their status to get the woman, this that, instead of, you know, thinking about Lily being nice like me. Yo, why don't you just send them a link? Why don't you just talk about Lily a rap battle you have? Why don't you talk about a music video? Why don't you say we're one primitive species where we're focused on, you know, dominating without, you know, complying and shit. So we can never fucking, you know, have the idea, hey, you watch Big Bang Theory, hey, you watch Grey's Anatomy, hey, you watch this and that. You can't think of shit like that because the way they raise us as humans. Literally, they raise us to be naturally disrespectful, just like the wild. We reciprocate like the wild because we find no alternatives. It's more attractive to be aggressive do you like to be fucking passive and, you know, junior line and not actually, you know, ask what you want? It's better to grab life by the balls. You know, we shouldn't have to do that. We should be a level respected society, but the truth is we don't. That's why we made a do-it-yourself society. I'll let you go to the store. I'll let you go to school. Just say, you know, it's in and out. And there's no oomph. There's no purpose. You know, there's no fucking external reason other than that. So, you know, that's why nonsense. So currently now we are taking Vitamin. Who's Vitamin? Vitamin is based off, you know, the Duck Dodgers character's name, Tyranny. Go look up the Duck Dodgers wiki and you will see Tyranny. Go look up Tyranny from Duck Dodgers and Lily. C is a Toby. Go look up Toby from Naruto. Go look up Obito, you know, 4th grade Ninja War, Obito with the mask, you know, the one that controls the Jikuriki. That one, you know, Lily, that Obito with Tyranny from Duck Dodgers, Tyranny from Nonz. So basically, you know, Vitamin is the curse. So we had to drag on. That's like we had to drag on Madara. It doesn't stop at Doom. That is going to be the original storyline, but we are currently on Vitamin right now. Sorry I had to spoil it, Lily. That is Lily. I didn't want to fucking reveal everything yet, but it's truth. It's 100% truth. And the reason why America failed is because nobody could come out of their shell and Lily drop the game to riff and realize the game would be stupid. We live in a country that will literally go with lesser quality just to have more numbers because they recognize that people could do stuff. You using people like fucking nutcrackers. You're not actually eating the fucking nuts. But anyway, you know, shout out to Mama Chi-Chi. This is the ending of, you know, Nonz. But Nonz is going to be continuous, which is why we have the stretch. The original, you know, from there from Nonz was Zofia Kuwabanga and a stretch and at times Vegasus. That kind of the shit that was originally there for being, you know, the grandson of, you know, Mary. Like watching my grandma with her sewing kit, you know, that's why I get character names like, you know, Icky Vicky and Needle Juice, Scarewolf, you know, pretty original. Now we have characters like, you know, L2D2, you know, fucking Kimmy Grievous, you know, that's really a part of the original formula, but it's because they forced me to make all those movies why it's best. Now we have Kelly Otis. Now that's a part of the original Nonz formula. Where originally fucking goes off is where we get characters like, you know, Kevin Eddy, when there's originally a Kevin William, when actually, you know, Kevin Eddy's the original, but you know what I mean. When we have all the Kolyoko scans and mods and shit, Lily. Not Junmei, but Yubi Nedzi is when it starts falling off of being an original series. That's because you let it drag on. Now, a lot of people, and you actually do your research, a lot of people with social bits let it drag on. Like, literally, the Sabo fucking battle, if you actually know the battle between me and Sabo, it wasn't uploaded until 2 months after, and they use this so I would forget about all my punchlines, so all the hype would come down, so I would focus on my voice instead of my punchlines. Sorry, but that's how it is, and they do that with a popular kid. They do that with a kid, junior high, they do that at Bud Series, Lily. They'll stop your character from being known and express, Lily, have you thinking you're this one way, and make you think about, you know, just forget about all the effort you put into your version, or your person, your cartoon, or who you are as a person. It's because we live in a country where people who are willing to do shit like that is why it failed. It got so bad to the point where I can create, you know, characters that eventually gonna have to be put in Nonz movies. The person I don't want to be there, you know, like characters like France. That's the last time I have you face like Lily, and then there's Spain. Lily, there's France, and then there's Spain. That's what happens when you try to stretch it too much. I'm still trying to keep it original. So, you know, where it gets other wacky things like, you know, Goodbye versus the Net, which is still, you know, our original organic formula, it's still off when it comes to, you know, the original continuity because it usually has, you know, a lot more restrictions. Restrictions are what makes Shonen fun. Hence, you know, the fucking fight between Beta and Big Al. You know, fucking, you know, that's what makes Shonen fun and stuff. It doesn't have as much restrictions, but it still, you know, plays out organically. That's due to me, you know, learning the truth behind classical music. You know, me fucking, you know, knowing how to fight in real life, knowing what I can stretch and cannot. You see how I'm doing all these miscellaneous games like Avatar, now we're having field spells and shit. That's way going off. You know, having, you know, characters like, you know, fucking Crow Violet and shit, oh, way off, you know, fucking Lily. But then, you know, fucking, it gets supplemented by characters like, you know, Rivulet. Rivulet is literally the last fucking Nonz movie before it gets repetitive to a point where, yo, you just, you know, stretch it and like just hoping it fits in. So, you know, fucking that all came for you defying Deviant Art, you know, fucking you defying, you know, fucking Yugi making out with Sailor Moon, you know, fucking even though it works, even though you're imagining, you know, autistic, you know, / dyslexic fucking person, you know, fucking, you know, deal with his struggle, fucking drawing and expressing his love for anime. You didn't give him support, so, you know, I can't do it. So, you know, fucking, so Skills brought Deviant Art back, which is why we have all these fucking VR chats and shit. So Skittles, you know, brought back to people's attention, you know, back on what is, you know, we're trying to tell you what this originally was before we started video editing. Video editing is what fucked up the community. Now we can't have custom, you know, YouTube backgrounds, we can have anything. Or it keeps, you know, the computer-generated designs balanced is Skittles, you know, because Skittles is a part of the original formula, but it took a shitload of writing and it took me a date in order to make Skittles. Like, I had a date in order to make Skittles, and dating is not a form of self-loathing, and anime fans are doing nothing but self-loathing. Oh, who cares about Lily? How did you go to A&V? Go take out the trash, Lily. And then later on, you have to realize taking out the trash is for a good reason. So now we combine the deviant art with dating, and fucking, it isn't gonna last long. We have to make Nonz official, or else, it'll become complete and total shit and waste. And you have to understand, so that's the original storyline that I spoiled for you, just to let you know really how much it could have been, but you guys that cooperated with this board were actually hit behind curtains. So instead of it could, being playing off One Piece as fine. Instead of it playing off, show like Naruto and One Piece, it came, showing was a blade where it was off the map. So there's no reason for me to be passionate about, the final, pain/doom formula. Instead of playing off the original One Piece and having a top tier anime, you replaced it with shit like Dr. Stone or Aruma. Literally, shit that would have been good back in Revelation, you replaced it with a gang, and where, a crazy way of living, and where you make excuses for yourself forever, literally. And now those excuses aren't being justified, which is the current state of America. So this is Blue Tricks, and these are the heavy spoilers of Nonz.